So I just saw The Joker, and I was entertained through the whole film. But I want to talk to you about horror movies. Now, with horror movies, you never show the monster until the last possible minute, because the longer you wait to show the monster, the scarier the monster is. The human brain can always paint a scarier picture than your special effects. And I feel like with the Joker, it's a similar principle. No matter what story you tell me about how the Joker came to be, my story in my head is crazier and scarier and more epic. And I knew that going in, and so I tried to put that out of my head. I told myself, this is just a Joker story, it's not the Joker story, just enjoy yourself. And I did. But then I got home and I tried to shoot this video, and I tried to think about things I liked and things I didn't like, and there were more things I didn't like. Like the fact that this Joker was not a leader of men. He couldn't talk his way out of a paper bag. And that's not Joker. He didn't seem smart or maniacal or witty or any of the things the Joker needs to be to take on the world's greatest detective, Batman. I don't see this Joker throwing laughing gas and, all the crazy things that Joker does throughout the pantheon of Batman. This Joker's not doing those things. Now, on the flip side, if you saw this Joker as just a henchman of the real Joker, okay, you know what? That actually makes... Oh. Alright, next time I watch this film, that's how I'm gonna watch it. This isn't the Joker's origin story. This is a Joker henchman origin story. Much better, actually. Yeah, okay. Alright, that works for me. Alright, so yeah, okay, to go back to the praise of the movie, I think it has good cinematography, it's got good pacing, it's definitely faster paced than Taxi Driver, which it's begging you to compare it to. Hell, Robert De Niro has a cameo in it, and that's amazing because metatextual humor is awesome, and it's like Travis Bickle interviewing Travis Bickle, and you're like, cool, but that's if you're a film geek, which, hey, anyway, so I really enjoyed aspects, like the fact that the violence is very minimal, but the violence when it occurs is visceral, is cathartic and disturbing, which is what you want in an anti-hero story like this. In a villain story like this. Not an anti-hero, but he is the protagonist, so you are rooting for him. That's getting pedantic. Anyway, yeah, it's entertaining. I'm not saying it's bad. Okay, watch it as if it's just a Joker henchman movie instead of the Joker movie. Because this guy doesn't become the real Joker. He just doesn't. And Hollywood, if you're listening, this movie doesn't need a sequel. Although, as a standalone film, I like the idea of Marvel movies and DC movies, really all comic book movies in general, having standalone movies as well as interconnected stuff, because that's how comic books work. And so you pick and choose, alright, this stuff does belong in, this stuff doesn't. And I know that Marvel will most certainly not do that because Marvel doesn't need to. Marvel's just going to get my money all the time. DC, on the other hand, is like, well, we can't beat you at your game, let's play this other game. And I think that's a really smart move. So have these standalones and see what works, see what doesn't. And then do your DCEU if you've got to. But I think this is a much better path for you guys. As if the guys who are writing DC movies are listening to me. But if you are, what you should do is just take the DC cartoons and make those live action. Because the DC animated cartoons are quite good for the most part. So Google those and watch some of those. Actually, comment below with your favorite DC animated cartoon movie. I have a few of my own, but I'd love to hear what you have to say. So this is me, I'm Jackson Mcbrayer, and I recommend what to watch. Today was my first movie review, and we'll see how this goes. Be excellent to each other, and party on, dude.